Flop. Lucky break for Matt. He's flopped top pair. He bets 1,500 into that pot of 2,700. Tough break for Spanky, who's got to lay it down. Good shot. Good try pre-flop. Nothing wrong with that shot you took with the deuces. Bad luck that Matt flopped the jack. And Matt Novak will add more chips to his stack. He's running well. He's got to be among the leaders. Jeff Cheevers with a 3-6 of hearts in the big blind. Toronto David Matthew with a queen of spades, jack of diamonds. He'll limp in. Queen jack suited for Matt Novak. Matt will make it 500 to go. Folded in the small blind from Matt Lang. And to the big blind, Jeff Cheevers with his 6-3 of hearts. He might well consider calling that. Suited two-gapper.
He might have had 8-9 again.
A reasonable implied odds kind of hand that you might want to take off the flop and hope to win a big one with. And Jeff will call. David Matthew also will call, and it's three-way action to the flop with 1,600 chips in the pot. The flop. The 4 of hearts, 3 of spades, ace of diamonds. Jeff Cheevers has flopped a pair of 3s. He has the best hand, but he certainly can't know that. David Matthew will check. And Matt Novak will take a poke at it by putting in a bet of 500 chips into the pot of 1,600. Jeff Cheevers is going to give this a lot of thought. He has to be thinking a 3 or a 6, and I will win. That's 5 outs. He only has about 5,000 chips, and of course, in No Limit, you can only win what you yourself have. So if he's going to call 500 for 5 outs, he'd want to win, but he'd want to be enabled to win about that full 5,000. He will make the call. Toronto David Matthew will get out of harm's way. To the turn. Jeff Cheevers and Matt Novak are two young Canadians. They've been doing battle all day. Deuce of clubs on the turn doesn't change much. It adds a gut shot straight draw to Jeff. He will check, and Matt Novak will check. The check from Matt showing weakness. I think I'd be tempted to bluff the river if I was Jeff. Won't have to bluff the river. He's hit the gut shot. He's got a 6 high straight, a bicycle straight on board, but of course the 6 gives him a 6 high straight. You heard me earlier use the term pricing in your opponent. Now he's got to figure out how much can I bet. He's put out a 3,000 chip bet. Matt can call 3,000 to win, only 1,300. He makes the call. That's a pretty big risk reward, calling 3,000 to win 1,300. Nice pot for Jeff Spanky Cheevers.
Come on, you got the 3,000, all right?
Matt feeling the burn, but doing his best to smile his way through it. Jeff Cheevers, forklift driver.
Was the magic number.
Another Party Poker Canadian Poker Championship player profile.
Spanky. Guys at work gave me the nickname Spanky. I've used it ever since. Guess I always wear a blue hat backwards from Spanky from Little Rascals, I guess. I don't know. So they kind of look like them, but nickname goes well, I think. Everyone's got a hand that's pretty ridiculous to play. And 8-4 for me, it's a weird story because I was at the Niagara one day and I got the 8-4. Somebody raised me pretty big. And all of a sudden, Van Halen, Hot for Teacher, comes on the radio. And 1984 was their best album. So I'm thinking, oh my God, like it's an omen, I got to play this. But I couldn't play it. So I folded it and the flop come 8-8-4. And 2 guys were all in. And the pot was huge, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I got to start playing these hands, you know what I mean? So usually if nobody raises it pretty big, I'll limp in for the 8-4 and see how it goes.
We've been here now playing for over 9 hours, and there's a real sense of, you look at the clock, they want it to end, and you want to get out of here and have a cold glass of beer and get some sleep. Here's what they're waiting to do. In 12 minutes when the level ends, and you go, I survived to day 2. Not yet. Before you leave, you got to put all your chips in the bag. You got to fill out the form so that you know exactly how many chips you've got. And then the next day, you get the pleasure of ripping open the bag and dumping your chips back out onto the table and getting back to poker.
Another action-packed day has come to a close. Join us for more next time at the Party Poker Canadian Poker Championship.
Once you give up, you'll never know everything you could have been and even more. Don't be to blame, you gotta keep it moving on. Up the middle and out the end. Why kid yourself? It's not so easy. You pretend that we're all the same when we're playing the game. I need you to tell me you're alright. It's not the end of our ride. Tell me you're uptight. Will you forget about yesterday? Pick up the pieces and carry on. Don't look back, don't regret, don't become someone. Always holding on. Tell me you're alright. It's not the end of our ride. Tell me you're uptight. Will you forget about yesterday? Tell me it's daylight. It's not the end of our ride. Damn if it